Why so many men are losing their marriage one compromise at a time, and how to take it back without a fight. Gentlemen, today this is a quick one, but this is real. This is something I'm seeing on a regular basis. If you are a man who is showing up for your family, you're doing the work, you're carrying the load, and yet you feel like you're losing your wife, this is for you. There's one sentence that keeps coming up in so many conversations this last month that I've been having. Solid, high functioning, successful men who say to me behind the scenes, I'm doing everything for this family, and somehow I'm still losing her. And it drives me crazy because these guys are sincere, they are honest, they are loving, they work hard. So let me paint a picture, right? Maybe you can relate. You work hard, you don't lie, you don't cheat, you're the steady one. You're the reliable one. Day in, day out. You do what you're supposed to do. You show up, you go to work, you put in the time, you put in the reps. And yet, it seems like the more that you do, she seems more cold. Tension is continuing to increase. Affection is happening less and less. Conversations are just schedules and transactions and what needs to get done. And there's no real playfulness, there's no real juice. And you end up feeling more like an assistant or a servant or a slave. And the worst part is, it's like you're not even mad, you're just confused, you're hurt, you're like, what else do I need to do? Like, how much more can I give? Right. And I know I've been there. Like, I had a relationship for 5 years where I'm the one giving and I'm the one doing and I'm cooking and I'm cleaning and I'm scheduling and I'm washing laundry and I'm doing all the things to take away all her stress, all her frustration. How can I make her life as easy as possible? And I'm just losing her more and more every single day. So this live though, it's not about blame. It's not about fault, guilt or shame. It's about leadership. It's about how do we start to influence? And it begins by dealing with reality, by being true. And so here's the truth that most men miss. Your wife doesn't check out overnight, right? Women don't leave physically first. They leave energetically. They leave emotionally. They begin to feel a certain kind of way, and then they test us, and then we fail the test, and they withdraw, and they withdraw, and they withdraw. And this can seem like a soft process, but it's not, right? And her distance, it's not a conscious choice. It's an instinct. It's primal. And what's happening is she's not feeling your leadership. She's not feeling your strength, your certainty, your sense of direction and purpose. She begins to feel like she can manipulate you, she can control you, she can withdraw from you and make you dance and be her monkey. And that actually makes you feel unsafe. And so she backs off more and more and more. Now you got to be careful, don't crash her boundaries because then you're not safe that way either, right? So it's not back off and it's not press in, but it's how do you maintain space? And I'm not talking about like how do you take control and how do you dominate your woman and how do you not care as much as she doesn't care. And I'm not talking any kind of Greek letters, alpha, beta, sigma, whatever. I'm talking about like an energetic gravity, like a sense of presence, playfulness, safety, security. When you don't feel safe, when she doesn't feel secure with you, that's when polarity dies. That's when the passion snuffs out and the house grows cold emotionally. But when you reclaim your energy, when you reclaim your purpose and your passion and your playfulness, that's when everything changes fast. One of my clients, we'll call him Dan, he was doing everything, right? Work, dishes, parent teacher association, ran a great household, a very efficient business operation at work and a business operation at home. But the passion was dead with his wife. The connection was gone. And so as I worked with him, it's like, how do you rebuild presence? How do you hold your own frame physically and with your words? How do we reconnect presence with playfulness and then power, not just responsibility? See, if you go presence and power, doesn't mean you're safe, doesn't mean you're fun, but I'm right. And we've got to do it this way because I'm right and it's my vision and I'm the leader. It's like, nah, you're just an asshole. Like you're so dismissive and you're so domineering, and you may be right, but enjoy sleeping on the couch. And I'm not. Had that relationship. 2.5 out of 5 years, I slept on the couch. I'd rub her back till she fell asleep, but then my breathing kept her awake. So I'd go sleep on the couch. And the few times that she asked me to stay, no, no, because I'm just going to wake you up later. So I should just go and I should sleep on the couch. I missed her bid for connection. I missed her request because I put my rules and my principles and my standards and I know better. That relationship failed. It needed to because neither of us were thriving. We were both scared. We were both wounded. We were both withdrawing. And neither of us knew how to truly connect. And that relationship then so makes me appreciate the marriage I have now because my wife is such a beautiful counterpoint to that previous relationship. And I'm not making that previous partner wrong for who she was and where she was, but we were not in alignment and we didn't know how to get there. And that heartbreak and that loss is what actually sparked me into getting the tools and the expertise dialed in that I have now. Right? But with Dan, once I got him back into presence, playfulness, then power. Within a few weeks, his wife started to soften and she started flirting again. And she told him, "It feels like you're back. I've missed you." So here's the question I always get asked is like, okay, but how do I actually do that? Like, I can explain, here's how we change things, and here's how it feels, and this is what it looks like, and smells like, and touches like, and tastes like. That sounds awesome. How do we do that? And it's what I call the King method, King. This is not therapy. This is not some 60-day emotional deep dive. I'm not going to ask you to do some sort of mea culpa bloodletting and get all your gory guts out on the table. None of that stuff. The King method is a simple set of powerful shifts rooted in masculine leadership. And it's 4 moves. K, keep the frame. I, integrate presence with playfulness and power. N, nobility. Being noble is being kind but not pleasing. And G, grounded before giving. We're not giving to get. We're not giving to manipulate. We're not giving to create entitlement. We're giving because it's a genuine expression of who and what we are. It's how we get good men to stop performing and start leading with calm, quiet, dependable, reliable strength. And to help you guys, I've got a starting point. It's a free guide called Lead Like a King. No email tripwire, not sending you any fluff. It's clarity and some actions that you can take today to start making improvement. So if that's helpful for you, just hit me up in the DMs. No need to publicly mea culpa and get in front of a group and all that kind of stuff. A lot of the work I do is behind the scenes. It's fast, efficient, and quiet because I don't need a grandstand. I don't need you out there dying all over the stage about your suffering and your pain and your misery. What I need you to do is let's adapt your strategy and let's play a better game. It's so much more fun. Okay. So if you guys are in, just hit me in the thing down below, kick me a message. And tomorrow I'm going to share a story of one of my guys, Aaron, and how he was able to make this transition. So if you want that, definitely tune in tomorrow. We'll go live. We'll talk about that. And if you have any questions or concerns, shoot me a DM. We can talk. We'll make time in my schedule. Make it a fantastic day, and I'll see you soon.